Hi guys, in this video we're going to look at how you can find the gradient of a straight line graph when you know two of the points on the line. So when you know the coordinates, you can use this formula that you can see over here. So this one that says that the gradient is y2 take y1 all divided by x2 take x1. So for this formula to work, we have to figure out what y1, y2, x2, and x1 actually are. So if we go over to our picture, normally the way I do this is I actually just like label them. And I normally make x1 and y1 the point that is on the left. So just like in the other video, we sort of always go from left to right. So I would label that as x1 and y1. Remember, in coordinates, x is always the first number and y is the second number. So these two are going to be x2 and y2. And if I just write that on there, then I'm not going to lose track of what I'm doing. So now when we actually go to work out our gradient, what I'm going to do is just use this formula and just substitute in the numbers. Now I do just need to be a little bit careful sometimes. So y2 is 5. Take y1, which is 2, and that's all divided by x2, which is 4, take x1, which is 1. So I'm just using these numbers over this side and then putting them into this formula here. Now if I work out what that comes to, 5 take 2 is 3, 4 take 1 is also 3, which is 3 divided by 3, and that comes out to 1. So in this case, the gradient is actually just 1. You do need to be careful when you get to this point here. If you do just put the numbers into your calculator, make sure that you put brackets around the bottom line in particular, just so that it does the division correctly. All right, we'll just look at a slightly trickier example because this one has got some negatives in it. That does make things slightly more tricky. So I'm going to do the same thing I did before, and I'll start with the point on the left, and I'm going to call that x1 and y1, and then this point here on the right, that's going to be x2 and y2. And then if we write out our formula again, I haven't copied it down from above, was y2 take y1 all divided by x2 take x1. So if I substitute in now, y2 is negative 2, take y1, which was 2, and then I'm going to do x2, which was 5, take x1, which was negative 1. And because it's a negative, I'm going to put it in brackets. The reason for that is that I just need to be very careful. If I subtract a negative, that actually becomes like an addition. So what this becomes is negative 2 take 2, which is negative 4, all divided by 5 plus 1. So the two negatives become a positive. That comes out to negative 4 over 6. And if we want to simplify that right down, there's a common factor of 2 on the top and the bottom, so that becomes negative 2 over 3. So the gradient in this case is negative 2 over 3. And remember, the fact that it's a negative is the reason why it's going down. So remember, negative gradients go down, whereas in our first example, the answer was a positive 1, and that was going up. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope that was useful.